Let me preface this video by saying I don't know what I'm doing. This is a first try for anything like this for me. What I want to do is cut some facets into some red quartz freehand, just using my ceramic saw and then polishing it with some wet dry paper. Here's the quartz that I have. And I want to begin by cutting a fairly rectangular slab and then go from there to use the edge of the diamond saw on my ceramic saw as the cutting tool. If you see on the saw, the blade has diamond on the outside for cutting, but this edge is also diamond. And if I just use that edge and try to visualize the angles on the facets, well, we'll see what happens. The first thing to do is try to cut a rectangle. So now I have, you can see, one nice flat cut. So I want to do another one. Well, I think I'll use this flat side to do something perpendicular to it first, and maybe just work my way around using each perpendicular to try to get something that's pretty much rectangular in the end. I'll save this piece and put it in the tumbler. It'll still make a beautiful tumbled stone. But now this piece, I'm going to try to square up a little bit. You can see there's an angle there. That's not going to work real well. We'll see what I can do with this piece. Now, just looking at what I have here, this top is the flattest, and you can see it's a little long on the right side there. So I'm going to try to take some of this off, and then I'll clean up the ends and the back and go from there. I think I'm going to use this as the top of the stone. Okay, you see the piece, it's clear down at the left end. It's got some nice color going on. It doesn't look like there are any breaks in it. I could leave the clear end. It's a little too long. I want to cut some off. I could leave the clear end and then just have variety in the stone. Or I could cut the clear end off, and there's still going to be some variety, but it will pretty much all be yellow. I think I am going to cut that clear end off, and then I'll have something about the size I want. So here's the piece I'm working with. It's got nice color. You can see how the color works on it. Whoop, dropped it. See how the color works on it. I'm going to try to do something akin to an oversimplified emerald cut. Trying to facet it. Try to be careful, do it slowly. This piece is 65 carats. I'm upstairs and ready to start polishing. I'm going to start with 400 grit. I'm going to call that medium and just assume that cutting it on the diamond saw was coarse. And then I've got some 1500 and some 3000, and I've got some glass cooktop polish, and we will see how it goes. This stone, I don't know what the weight is yet, but you can see it's not too bad. And let's start polishing it. I have sandpaper, I have water, I have coffee. I am ready to go right after a sip of coffee. Okay, this is the 400 grit. Put a little water on there. And in the polishing, as I did with the cutting, I'm going to start with the top. I've seen online that this real, honest to goodness professional stone cutters start underneath, putting the facets in underneath and finish with the top. I did this the other way because I wanted a nice flat surface to use as an anchor as I was trying to even out the other cuts. The other thing, this is not a transparent stone. It's just translucent, so it's not going to get all kinds of reflection off of these cuts down in the bottom. So really, I would say that the top is what's important. I'm going to start with that again on this too. So do a little of this. I'm calling the diamond grit on the wheel that I used to cut this as coarse, and what I'm doing now is medium. Let's see what we've got here. That's pretty smooth. It didn't take much to smooth it down to that point. I'll give it a couple of little sweeps and then we'll go on to the next facet. Nice. Now we'll go here. I think the side one first. So I'm done. And the finished product is 35 carats. See if I can get it closer, if it'll focus on there. I'm going to turn it around and use the other lens. And there's the finished stone, 35 carats. Put it down here, you get a good look at it. For a first try for freehand, pretty happy with it.